Welcome back to the Napa Valley Tournament Expert Division opening round, hole number 14. Here we're going to be setting up for the sniper double bounce rough bump. Either sniper or cat. We're playing this is very similar to the front nine, where we're playing it with max top spin with our sniper, so 6.1 top and 1 left spin. So if you don't have a sniper 10, you'll need to play this with a cat. No move target. P5, no move target. 5 top spin, 1 left spin, and we're going to adjust it P3 numbers plus 10% max. So even though we're playing P5, no move target, we're using P3 plus 10 max for the drive. You use a half a ball left curl and whatever overpower you pull into. Right? You don't want to add anything to it, but you want to use whatever you pull into. So basically, if you pull 1 ring of OP, then it plays just before circle drop OP. So here we don't even pull a half a ring, so we're just going to play this with a couple of clicks. So the drive is great safe to the right, as long as you don't add too much OP. To the left, not as great left safe, but as long as it's a minor great left, you should be all right. And even if you do happen to clip the tree, you should still roll out onto the fairway and should still be able to reach the hole. You may just have to play a bounce over shot or something similar, because you may not be able to, you most likely will not be able to reach the double bounce rough bump if you clip the tree. But perfects and minor great rights, no problem. Minor great left should be okay, unless you got maybe H14 or 5, then maybe, maybe that minor great left is not as forgiving. For the approach shot, P5 minus 15% at slider. We're using the same max 6.1 top, 1 left. And we're going to set up with the second bounce. So with spins added, we're going to put the second bounce just into the rough out of the fairway on top. Ball guide aims center of the pin. Now, as far as adjustments, wind tweaks, and wind angles go, it's definitely, to get the most out of this shot, you'll have to pay attention to your wind angle and the plus yard that you're kind of setting up at. So first things first, if I'm set up anything higher than the plus 10, I add 0.1 to my adjustment. That's just because we're further into the club, we're going to get more wind push out of it. So anything plus 11 or higher, add 0.1 to your adjustment. That's my recommendation. Besides that, basically have a headwind angle and a more crosswind angle here. So the headwind angle, your center line, you're going to be pointing over in this general vicinity. And then the crosswind angle, which is what I have here, you're going to be pointing more towards these bushes and inside these bushes. So I'm using the bushes as my reference. If I'm right of the bushes, then I'm considering that to be headwind. If I'm inside the bushes, I'm considering that to be crosswind. It's important because you're going to need to vary the pull angle depending on the wind angle. And what I mean by that is the crosswind angle, which I have here, requires a slight 1201 flicker on the pull. Because we're getting more wind pushed to the right away from the hole, you need to pull it with a slight 1201. Also, we're not getting as much ball guy compression because it's not as much headwind. So if you don't pull with a little bit of 01, you're going to end up landing a little high. So you'll finish long and right of the hole. But if you get the crosswind angle and you pull it with a slight 1201 flicker, then that brings you to the left, and it also brings you a little bit further down, so you come in a little bit softer and more towards the hole. If you catch the headwind angle, which is over here right of the bushes, then you need to pull it with a slight 1159 flicker, right? And that is because we're getting pushed further to the right. With the more headwind, we're getting more ball guy compression, and we're getting pushed further to the right. So, or to the left, depending on how you're looking at it, right? But headwind, 1159 flicker, crosswind, 1201 flicker. Anything plus 11 or higher, add 0.1 to your adjustment. So I did pull this one with slight 1201, and I did add 0.1. You're going to see I still come in a bit hot, but that's because I'm using a wind 5 ball, right? But it still came in center pin with the correct pull angle. You can play this with a wind 3, a wind 4, or a wind 5. My recommendation is going to be the wind 5 to give you the best opportunity at the drop. But it has been tested with a luminary wind 3 and can be done. You just might need some additional wind angle and wind strength tweaks for your approach shot if you're using a wind 3 ball. Besides that, sniper plus yards, P5 numbers. 0 is 45, 1 is 47, 2 is 50, 3 is 52, 4 is 55, plus 5 is 57, 6 is 60, 7 is 62, 8 is 65, 9 is 67, 10 is 70, plus 11 is 72, 12 is 75, 13 is 77, 14 is 80, 15 is 82, 16 is 85, 17 is 87, and 18 is 90. You're not going to be any higher than that. You're going to be pulling in the max club. Cat plus yards, if you're not playing this with the sniper 10 and you're playing it with the cat, plus yards are as follows. 0 is 55, 1 is 57, 2 is 59, 3 is 61, 4 is 63, plus 5 is 65, 6 is 67, 7 is 69, plus 8 is 71, 9 is 72, 10 is 74, 11 is 76, 12 is 78, 13 is 80, 14 is 82, and plus 15 is 84 slider. That's for your cat. Good opportunity here with a little bit of practice. You should be able to get this one to drop on the front and the back 9. Just pay attention to your pull angles and your wind angles. Those are going to be the keys to getting this to drop with consistency. Good luck, everyone. I hope you get the drop, and we'll catch you on the next hole. Drive is P310. Approach is P5 minus 15.